Now, you might be taking a look at this video and saying, okay, Lego, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing on the Russia Hockey Instagram page? And believe me, there's a very good reason why we are kicking today's show off by showing off Russian hockey. It's because I wanted to turn your attention to the very first post made, or the most recent post, I guess, on this Instagram account. No, it's not the Alex Ovechkin video, that's a pin post, so it's technically not recent. Let's go over onto this post, because what Russia Hockey went out there and posted about was the first game of the Pushkov Tournament. Now, this game 1 actually ended like an hour ago, so this is very new news, very recent stuff. And you had yourselves the youth team, the under-23 team, just defeating Sochi 4-2 in regulation time. Let's take a breath and continue. You can read about the match on fhr.ru. And you can see here that on the attached segment of images, you'll see the Russian junior team, the U23 guys, going out there and celebrating a goal. You can see them fighting it off with the Sochi guys. You can see some opportunities here, yada, yada, yada. And right there, this is the guy that we're focusing on in today's video. It is the captain of the U23 team, the captain of the junior team, and recent 5th overall selection by the Montreal Canadiens. That right there, folks, is Ivan Demidov. Now, how exactly did Demidov perform in this first game of the Pushkov Tournament in Russia? Well, let's go out there and read what exactly the tale of the tape entails. Nikolai Pushkov Tournament in Russia, HC Sochi 4-2. So the Russian juniors went out there and defeated Sochi in this matchup. Let's go down and read and see what happened here. The start of the Nikolai Georgievich Pushkov Tournament for the Russian youth team made up of players under 23 years old was stunning, with a minus sign. By the 6th minute of the first period, they were already losing 2-0. The first majority of the Sochi team brought them success. The puck, after a weak shot by defenseman Maxim Fedotov, crawled over the goal line. While the youth were recovering, Dmitry Timoshev beat the defenseman one-on-one with a weak shot and a small ricochet, which discouraged Igor Zavragin. The bad score did not cause despondency and helped the team wake up. The match started unusually early, at 11 a.m. In the middle of the period, the team earned a 5-on-3 advantage. During the rally, Captain Ivan Demidov reduced the gap in the score with an accurate shot. No one but him saw the puck go over the goal line, and the referees had to turn to specialists of the video goal system. This is actually showed off here in their Telegram post, but because I don't actually have access to Telegram, we're going over onto Hockey News Hub because they went out there and posted all of the video clips that we care about. This is the first one right here. It's Ivan Demidov's first goal of the game against HK Sochi in the Pushkov Tournament. I don't want to play it at full speed, it's copyrighted material, but the pass goes over to Demidov on the bottom. Here he is, number 11. He whips the puck on goal, and it goes off the inside of the crossbar and out. The play actually continued, and nobody realized that Demidov had scored the goal, except for Demidov himself. If you watch the full-speed video clip with the main camera angle, you can see that Ivan is the only one celebrating, even though the play continues and everybody, they still keep on going here. Either way, Ivan Demidov went out there and started things off and continued things on the score sheet for the Russian junior team. The second period was the complete opposite of the first. The U23 team completely seized the initiative. The U23 team completely seized the initiative, increased the tempo, began to win all the battles, and within 2 minutes, from 32 minutes to 34, not only tied the score, but they also confidently took the lead. First, it was Gleb Petrov who had grabbed a rebound during a power play, and then Ivan Demidov, finishing the attack in royal style, scored his second goal of the match. You can see Hockey News Hub, they went out there and posted the second goal of Demidov too. It's a great centering pass into the middle. Demidov finds the puck on the forehand, dekes it around onto the backhand, and a beautiful dangle, baby, to get the puck by. The captain of the U23 team has his second of the game in this tournament. You can see a little bit more of the results over here. They talk a bit more on the article. Russian youth to Sochi, 1-2, 3-0. You can see that the final score here is 4-2. And Ivan Demidov scored himself 2 in this contest. And if you wanted to talk about some of the analysis done, this is what Hockey News Hub went out there and said about the Demidov action. After seeing Demidov play here today in the Pushkov Tournament, it has removed all doubts that he was not KHL ready. I knew he was good. Just, there was always that doubt in the back of my mind on how he would play versus men. He doesn't need the VHL. He needs KHL minutes. And all of them. And this is an interesting thing to observe about Ivan Demidov because it has been quite heavily documented that his situation in the MHL as a top prospect and inevitable first-round draft pick in the NHL Draft is kind of peculiar because you don't normally see guys have primary MHL minutes and eventually transition to super high levels of play right away. Everybody was talking about how, hey, if Demidov makes the National Hockey League straight out of the draft, he goes from the MHL to the NHL in the span of a few months. This will literally be the biggest jump any Russian hockey player has ever made. You normally see guys spend a year in the KHL, or maybe they're in the VHL, and then they go to the National Hockey League. But the MHL, the Russian Junior League, over to the NHL, that is a huge jump. It is a much bigger jump than, let's say, the CHL, OHL, WHL, QMJHL into the National Hockey League. The MHL to NHL path, this has never really been done before. And let alone getting a guy who is this good in the MHL, literally a double point per game player in Ivan Demidov, to go to the KHL right away. You could say there's room for doubt, especially when it comes to the way SKA St. Petersburg and these other KHL teams tend to develop their guys. They don't focus on development at all. Nobody in SKA St. Petersburg is looking at Ivan Demidov and saying, hey, this guy's 18 years old, and we need to do our best to make sure that he is a lot better at 19 years old and 20 years old. They don't care about that. They want to win. That's their entire objective. They don't care about the development of inevitable NHL talents. If they know Demidov is going to yeet off to North America soon, they don't want to focus on developing him. If he's good enough and they can win games with him in the lineup, then okay, they'll force him in that spot, but it's not for the purpose of development. This is why a lot of people were kind of saying, all right, maybe this is a little bit weary. Who knows if he's actually going to be good in the KHL? And there are some concerns for a guy who was a super dominant force in the MHL, how he would be able to translate to play against men. And that's what Hockey News Hub went out there and expressed. There's no doubt anymore. After this game against HA Sochi, he was the captain of the world, or not the world junior team, the U23 team, the junior team in Russia. He looked great. He'd scored 2 goals, and this guy is really, really damn good. In fact, I mean, he's the captain of the U23 team, right? He's 18 years old. There are 20, 21, 22-year-old guys on this U23 team, and they are not the captain. It's Ivan Demidov. So already the fact that he is the guy with the C puts him in pretty good territory when it comes to talking about how good he is in comparison to everybody else. Ivan Demidov is a special player, and he is already blowing our minds. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Pushkov Tournament that is going on in Russia, how Demidov, the captain, has gotten off to a hot start, and any other thoughts that you want to express about this as well. If any Russian hockey fans who have stumbled across this video, then hey, let me know your thoughts if you ended up watching the entire game between the junior team and HK Sochi. If there's anything else that you think is worth talking about, then hey, the comment section is your floor. But Montreal Canadiens fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Ivan Demidov and his opening performance for the Pushkov Tournament. In fact, if we go over to the stories here, is there anything here? Yeah, okay, so there are practice videos, yada, yada, yada. I'm assuming this is the junior team, right? Yeah, and then you can see just some other stuff here. There's the lineups, and then there's the jerseys and everything. It's cool. Nice to see all that going down here, and then the box score as well. There are some goal actions right here. Ivan Demidov, the captain, celebrating. That's a really nice sight to see there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.